Paging Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul is back to help us get prepared for back to school. Today, we are going to focus on the medical aspects of returning to school. And so we have to say good morning to Dr. Paul. It's always great to have you on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so you got your backpack, you got your pencil case, you got your books.
Sure.
Check, that's all done. Okay, but now we got to take a look at getting the kids ready with their vaccinations.
Sure.
Right?
So exactly. So as you know, in Ontario, there needs to be a certain amount of vaccination, so it's, to go to school. So basically, getting a checkup. We always try to get a checkup before school starts. Very importantly, and we talked about it last week as well, is if there's any medication or anything that needs to be told, to the school, get it in writing, get it ahead of time. For example, kids have peanut allergy. So, you might need an EpiPen. So does the school know that the child has needs an EpiPen? And a lot of schools are used to it, so they're peanut free. Find out about it,
Okay, so that is definitely important. But you can't just write this note yourself, right? As a parent,
exactly,
right? You need to see the doctor, get a doctor's note.
Yes. And then at the same time, you'll check your vaccinations.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
Okay, now I just said you can't write the doctor's note, but you can. You're a doctor.
Yes,
but the parents can't. Okay,
yes.
so next up, vaccinations.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about that.
So basically, there are several sets, and here we see. So you get the newborn ones.
Yes.
The first couple of years of life, you get a lot of shots, right? So, but very important, there are vaccinations that are needed between 4 and 6 years of age. So this is the tetanus, lockjaw, diphtheria, and polio shots, and whooping cough. And then very importantly, the measles, mumps, and rubella, the MMR update. And that's very important because that's the booster we need, as we're seeing a lot of measles go around, right?
Right.
So that's that, and there's a chickenpox vaccination. It's all given at once, right? So those are the ones that need to be done. In schools, we check kids, 5, 6, and 7 years of age to make sure they're up to date. Then be prepared that you'll be getting some forms from the schools for grade 7 and 8 that there are going to be, again, hepatitis B in grade 7, hepatitis B meningococcal, and human HPV. HPV is the one that causes cervical cancer and so on. And these are given in grade 7. Don't worry, if your child goes to school, the child can get it at school. It's given by public health in all schools in Ontario.
Okay, so that is grade 7.
Yeah.
What about grade 8?
We all do it in grade 7 right now, so we're good to go.
Okay, we're good there.
Yeah.
What about, so now 14 to 16-year-olds.
Yes. Those children need a booster, and this is they need really the whooping cough and the tetanus booster. That's what they need, and diphtheria. Okay. Now, people don't know that after that, we'll skip to adults as well. Every 10 years, you need to have a booster for your diphtheria and tetanus, and once you should have a whooping cough update as well after 18 years of age.
I thought that was just for babies.
No, because we're seeing whooping cough, so now we know that you need another protection. Actually, it's to protect babies. What's happening is if the older people are protected, then babies who are still not protected are protected.
There you go.
So those are the things that you need to know. And again, the more the kids are vaccinated, we talk about it a lot, but it's really an important and vital kind of thing that we can do to protect our kids and kids around us. And really, the more you can be up to date, the better it's going to be. And you don't want to have last minute things. All about being prepared, really. Yeah,
it really is. We don't have much time here, but quickly, what if your child is missing a vaccination here or there? What happens then?
Well, then what happens is usually public health sees it and sends you a notice. It says, by the way, your child is missing this vaccination. You have 30 days, for example, to get it done. Most of the situations, either public health can do it or you go back to your doctor. Sometimes it's a matter of not missing the vaccination, but having the record of it.
Yes,
so a lot of websites, Ottawa's website, Eastern Ontario's Health Unit website, you can go on and actually log on and just put the record in, so it'll help us know that you got vaccinated or your child got vaccinated. Really.
Okay, there is a grace period. They should be able to give you some time, and then you can zip on over and get that shot.
And that's the whole purpose. Look, we don't want to suspend kids.
No,
we want kids to be protected and go to school, and so there are mechanisms in place. These are just reminders in case the vaccine is missing, and really most kids who are not up to date can be up to date, or sometimes just a matter of they don't have the record. We get the record and it's good.
getting your child up to date with their vaccinations and the medical aspect of returning
Yes.
back to school,
Yeah.
covering all that with Dr. Paul. It is such a pleasure to have you on as kids head back to school.
That's right.
It's happening. Thank you so much, Dr. Paul.
Thank you.